Okay, I'm just a little bit early. Actually, I'm not. It looks like it's 11 o'clock Central Time. So, welcome. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations. Thank you all for being here. I'm actually live in three places right now, so I hope that everything is okay. I'm on YouTube, I'm on my business page, Ink and Inspirations with Lisa Brown on Facebook. Hey, Pam. And I'm also on my group page, Ink and Inspiration Stamper. So normally I go live at 6 p.m. Central on Thursday evenings or have a premiere. But this week I'm doing it earlier in the day. We have plans for this evening. My graduating class has decided to meet monthly or bi-monthly since we're all getting older and would love to see each other more often. And it's just so fun to visit and talk about old times. And so we're going to do that since we're in Texas, and I graduated here. Uh, we decided to go. So I'm super excited about that. And let's see. Tomorrow, we've been in the Groves, Texas area, which is my hometown. Tomorrow, we're going to Fort Worth area to visit with our daughter, Lindsay, and her little girls. Her husband's going out of town. So we're going to go spend some time with them, and we're super excited about that. So we're leaving early in the morning. So I wanted to get this done. It's a big day today with Stampin' Up, and I'm super excited about it. I've already placed my order for the 15% off stamps. I'm having them shipped to my daughter's house so that I can see them there. So, anyway, just excited about that. So, come on in, say hello, let us know where you're watching from. And I can see most of the comments. So, if you will just say hello, I'll try to give you a shout out. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. You can also leave a comment under the video on whatever social media platform that you're watching. So let's get started. Okay, I've got this 24-hour stamp sale on my desk just to be sure you know about it. So, in the annual catalog, which is the big catalog from Stampin' Up, and I'm not going to go through all the stamps because it's all of them. All of the stamp sets are 15% off except for the host stamp sets. Okay, so it's a great sale, but this is important. Hey, Cindy. Listen, okay, this is important. If your stamp sale is part of a bundle, this is just if my math is correct, okay? If your stamp set is bundled, hey, Patty, and with the 10% off with either the stamp set and the punch or the die, that's 10% off for that bundle. That's a better deal than buying the stamp set at 15% off and then paying full price for the dies or the punch. Okay, if my math is correct, which I've checked with some people and they say, yes, that's it. That's usually the case. So if there's a stamp set you've been wanting and you don't need the dies or the punch, this is a great time to get it. Or look at the stamp sets that are just standalones, there's some really cute ones. The ones I ordered today, the ones that I can remember off the top of my head, or the Glad We're Friends, the bird houses. Okay, and those are the only two I can remember right now, but those I had been wanting, and so I just snatched them up. And this little guy, this is from Glad We're Friends, this little corgi. I love this card. Thanks to my friend Karen for this swap uh, and sample. This is a precious set. It's so cute. I love that fan blowing on that little guy. Isn't that darling? So, anyway, I ordered that set. I mean, when I got this card, I thought, okay, I got to have it. And it had been on my wish list. And so when I saw that, it's a flash sale. So we just found out about it ourselves. Okay. And as demonstrators. And so I wrote it down. I thought I have to get that set. It's just too cute. So anyway, super excited about that. So that's the 24-hour sale that ends tonight I believe it's 11:59 Mountain Time, but don't wait because there are a certain amount of stamp sets of each one in stock. And once those have sold out, that's it. Okay. So be sure you take advantage of that early. I've got my host code up on the screen. And so if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to serve you. And if you've ever thought about becoming part of the Stampin' Up family, come join us. Okay. Maximize your value and get your discount and just talk to me about it if you're interested. I'd love to share. Stampin' Up is just fabulous and a great community to be a part of, no matter how you're part of it. You can either, whether you're as a demonstrator or you're a customer, just it's just so much fun. We have so much in common, and I've always said that the crafts we make, I mean, it's a giving craft, and because what we make, we share with others, right? And so it's just great. And so I just love sharing that with others. Okay, I'm going to move on now. 24-hour stamp sale. This is the list on my blog today at inkinspirations.com. There's a link to this list, and the really the best part about this is it gives you the sale price over here. But you can go to the online store and go to where it says specials, and then go down and it says stamp sale, and they're all there listed with the sale price. Okay. All right. There's the list, and you see there's a lot of stamps there. Okay. And then also my second in the series of online Christmas card classes is current now. And you have until Monday to place a qualifying order. So this is the deal. With a $35 order minimum order, you get 3 card kits using the sweet candy canes bundle. Okay. And yes, it would really help to have that bundle or stamp set to finish these cards out, but you don't have to. You can use other images and sentiments to finish them out. My hope for this and my goal is to give you ideas for different cards that you can make for Christmas. Okay, whether you use this particular set or suite or you use your own, you have the ideas. So if your order is $50 or more, and it can be anything. So if you place an order today and get stamps at 15% off, if your order is $50 or more, you're going to get a bonus card. So that's 4 card kits plus a pack of embellishments. Okay. So the last day for that is Monday to place your order. So today's a good day to do it because of this great sale. So don't let it pass you by. Okay. Now I have a few cards to share before we get started on my fun fold today. Okay. These are cards that I've gotten in the past weeks that I finally remembered to bring here into the studio to show you. I was ill a couple of weeks ago, and thanks be to God, I'm okay. And I got some cards for some people, so I want to share. And some of these are just thank you cards too. So this one, do you remember this paper from a past mini catalog? I love that foil, and I love the metallic. Okay, the copper metallic. This is from one of my team members, Connie, and I love how she does her layering here and just all these elements that make it so pretty. Okay. And what she does is she puts a little 3x3 card inside of her cards that she sends me, and she writes her note in there. Isn't that sweet? And she uses the coordinating paper or stamps something. So thank you, Connie. I love that card. Really sweet. This next one is from a customer, and this is a retired paper from the past with this ombre. Okay, this rich raspberry base is so rich and beautiful, and this is cut out from designer paper. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think this is from the Perfectly Pinned, which is on the the weekly deals this week, that perfectly pinned, that's black and white with all those beautiful florals that you can color and cut out. This is what you can do with that paper. Look at that. The black outline is just gorgeous, don't you think? And then she just used her Stampin' Blends, it looks like, to color. And then she popped that out on the dimensionals and just made a really, really pretty and sweet card. So thank you. That's from Frida. Okay. Don't you love that? Okay. And then this is from another one of my team members, Lynn. This is using the Splendid Thoughts. Is that what that's called, from the mini? And I love this. It's the breakdown of the 3 designer papers on a contrasting layer back there. Look at that mint macaron behind it. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. That is some gorgeous paper now, let me tell you. And then sweet note inside. And I love it. Thank you, Lynn. It's just a beautiful card. This is a great idea. It's really, really a wow factor to me to just separate the layer of designer paper instead of putting a solid layer. Hey, Diane, welcome. Okay, and then I have this card. This is from a team member, Cindy. I think Cindy is here watching. I love how she did this little bucket with the little, the fibers inside. Isn't that beautiful? And it says sending hugs. Okay, and then she's decorated the outside of her envelope with a coordinating piece of designer paper. And then here's the inside. And I have to show you, look, her husband is so sweet. He always either writes me a little note or draws a picture on the inside, and I love it. Thank you, Michael. It makes my day. So this was a little get well card, and I just love receiving your cards in the mail. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. Now let's get started. Let me get these cards out of the way. And we're going to be making a box fold card. And so I'm going to show you a couple of ways and some tips in putting it together. My team saw me fumbling around with one the other day. It's like, oh, I forgot to put the designer paper first. That's the tip. No, tip number 1, designer paper first. But first, there are different cuts and things you can use. I'm going to do, I think, the one I had prepared for you to do first. This is, and I don't know exactly what this fold is called. I call it the box fold, standing box fold. I love it. Look in the let me turn it this way. Thank you, Pam. Weren't they beautiful? Yes. Thank you so much. The basic white is on the back, so you can sign your name and write your message. Okay. And let me see. Let me switch that now. Okay. So we're going to put this together, and I'm going to show you, do all the scoring, and then I'm going to show you some variations for cuts of the designer paper. You see the designer paper down in here? Okay. I'm going to talk to you about that, but let's go ahead and go through the process. Okay. So I have, and this is using sweet candy canes. This card is not in my class, but this bundle and paper is. Okay. All right. So here is Real Red cardstock, 4 1/4 by 10 1/2 with these scores. And look, I have myself a note. DSP first. Okay. So I'm going to leave that in front of my face there so I won't forget. I'm going to get my Simply Scored and put that here. And then let me get my scores. Put this on the here. Okay. All right. Let me get this off the screen. All right. So now we're going to score it 1/2 on the long side. 1/2. 1 3/4. 3 3/4. And 5. Okay, and put this back on here. All right, now we have a 3 by 5 piece. Okay, and we're going to score at 1/2 and 1 3/4 on the long side. So let's put that up at the top. 1/2, and 1 3/4. Okay, put that back here. Let's get the Simply Scored out of the way. I think I'm done with that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold on the score lines. Okay, all right, fold on the score lines. So I'm going to do that. Here is the big base of the card. Now this little 1/2 inch strip here is important because it is going to hold your adhesive, okay? And I'm going to get my little template in here with notes on it so you can see. Okay, so I'm giving all of these a good crease with my bone folder. Y'all know that's really important on fun fold cards or 3D projects. And it's just good to do that for any card so it lays nice and flat. Okay, so here we have these two pieces. First thing I'm going to do is attach my designer paper before I do anything else. So I have two pieces here, and this is the candy cane paper. I forget exactly what it's called, but it's with that sweet. There's a 4x4 piece and a 4 by 1 3/4 piece. Okay, so I'm going to take this 4x4, and this is going to fold up like this. Okay, so this one I'm going to put just right here, about 1/8 of an inch down from the top. So let me go ahead and put that on. See if I can find my good glue bottle. So I told Jackie, I said, I'm going to be recording and do a live this morning. He said, okay, well, I'm going to mow early. So, because he would have been right outside my window and that would not have been good. So I don't know where he is right now. He must be working outside. But we're going to go home. We're going to go and pack, I should say, for our trip tomorrow to Fort Worth. Okay, so now this is going to go up like this. So this strip of designer paper is going to go here. And I've got my stripes going differently. So you know what? I think I'm going to flip and do this. Okay, which is fine. Okay, I'm going to do that. It's always good to change it up a little bit, right? So has anyone ever made this fold? I mean, sometimes folds are new to me, y'all. And I just get so excited about them, and it's like, oh yeah, I've made that. But, you know, sometimes they're from way in the past, and then you bring them back. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that fold. Okay, so here we go. Okay, that looks cute, don't you think? All right, so now I'm going to show you how to adhere this part so it sits right. Okay, so let me get my little template here. You see there, it says adhesive here, and then I drew a little line right there. That is where you fold it back. Okay, so adhesive there, the second score line down, fold it down, and then I'm always questioning myself, is that right? But yes, it is, okay, because when I do that and then bring it forward, it's going to be just right. So go ahead and put your adhesive, fold that down, but you're going to fold this down all the way flat and then lay it down with that adhesive on it, okay? I'm going to use liquid glue to give myself some wiggle room time. Okay, it's folded on the second score. Bring it over and hold it flat. Okay, and I'm going to hold it there just a second. You could use Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus, but, you know, well, I'm hoping I don't have to pull it up. And there you go. See, there's your box. Oh, Lisa. Okay, fold it down. It wasn't adhered yet, so I'm going to hold it a second. All right, so I'm going to tell you this. If you want to, you could for sure put a piece of designer paper here as well. I didn't, okay, but you can. So while I'm letting that set a minute, I'm going to go ahead and do my back piece. This is 4 by 5 1/4. It's going to go right here, and that's where you're going to write your message. Okay, so I've got this from the Sweet Candy Cane stamp set. Wishing you lots of love, joy, and happiness this Christmas season and always. All right, so I'm going to ink this up. I'm using Garden Green because it's one of the greens in the paper. Or the green, I should say. And I'm going to put it up close to the top. Let's see, I can come down, you can see. And try to line this up. It's not great, but it'll do. Okay, it could have been straighter, but I'm going to leave it. All right, and then I'm going to glue it here. Now, you could embellish this and stamp more on this if you'd like, but you don't have to. Okay, sometimes after the fact, I will come back and look at the cards, whether it be the inside of the card or the back side like this, wherever I'm going to write my name, sign my name or my message. And I'll add like maybe a strip of designer paper just to give it a little oomph. Okay, but there's that. So that's ready. So now this is pretty good. There's my box fold. All right. Okay. It does stand up. Okay, so we're good. Now we have this little piece here. And we can go ahead and attach this because we have our designer paper. And again, let me show you the little template or the key. Okay, you want your, I know that's hard to see, but I wrote adhesive. Your adhesive goes here, and this line is where you're going to fold it back like this. Okay, and then I have a tip on where to put it here. Now I'm going to put adhesive on this first and attach that first, okay? So I folded it back on that second score line. I'm flattening this out, and I'm lining the top here, the folded part, with the designer paper, centering it. Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. I want to have the same amount of designer paper showing on it, each side. Okay. All right, so I'm going to hold that there. Okay. Oh, Lisa, let me hold it a little longer. You know what? I was pressing on the wrong part. And again, I'm always thinking, did I do that right? I did, because so see, that's how it's going to go. But you want this to be good and stuck before you move it around. Okay, while it's letting that set, I'm going to close my, okay. So if you're on my mailing list, and if you're not, you should be, tomorrow I'm sending out an exclusive video that shows how to make another fun fold that is in my swap card that I took to Backstage Leadership. Okay, so I'm thinking we're good there. And so after you see that's good, okay, then you want to go ahead and glue this here. And I leave this open, the box open. I look and I try to get that squared up. You see that, where it's not at an angle? Okay. And there may be an easier way to do that, but what I like to do is put adhesive right here on the edge, bring it down, and hold it right there. And when you do that, when you use that liquid adhesive, you see how I'm wiggling it? It lets you do that, okay? Oh, don't do that yet. Don't straighten it out yet. Let that box fold take hold. Because see, when you do this, okay, now I can hold it down. When you do that, that enables this card, even though it's 3-dimensional, to fit in a regular size envelope, okay, one of our medium envelopes, and you can mail it very easily. And how cute would that be to send this as a Christmas card? You know, and you could use any stamp set. I mean, just think about this with the gnomes. Little gnome right there. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay. All right, so next, You can put designer paper here, just a piece of basic white that is cut to size, and stamp your image on that. I chose to cut, and this is 2 3/4 by 3, okay? I cut basic white, and then I embossed it with the Mary Medley embossing folder, okay? And I'm going to put that right there. Make sure I'm getting it right. Yep. And I love this embossing folder with the music. I think it's perfect for Christmas, but you can use it any time of year. I'm so glad they carried it over. It's one of my favorites, especially for Christmas. All right. Okay, coming along. Now I have my candy cane already cut, and since our predominant color was red here, I wanted to bring out the green. So I've got my candy cane stamped and die cut in garden green, and I'm going to angle it just a bit and see when you fold it. Okay, so that's what I need to look for. I don't want it to extend past the top, so I'm going to bring it down, okay, a little bit. So before you glue, check all of those details out. And I'm using liquid glue. And I'm going to do like that. So I'm going to hold that a second. Okay, is everybody still there? Can somebody say something, because I'm not seeing any comments. I'm always afraid I'm just talking to myself, which is not uncommon. When I craft, does anybody else talk to themselves? Like, oh, let me try this. Okay, this is some of that ruffled red ribbon. And is this on the weekly deals, or was that last week? I'm not sure. It might be this week. Somebody tell me. I can't remember. Okay, so I'm going to get my snips here. Oh, good, Diane. Thank you. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. In fact, this morning I was talking to myself, and Jackie said, "Are you talking to yourself?" I said, "Yes." Okay, I just want to be sure you weren't saying something to me. Okay, this is going to... Okay, Patty, thank you. Okay, so thanks for the shout out there. I know I'm in good company. Okay, so I'm using a mini glue dot. And this is just to bring the red in, like that. Now, let's put the sentiment on. And then we're gonna do the base again. And I want to show you some alternates for the designer paper, so hang with me. Hey, oh good, Cindy. Okay. Hey, Karen. Yeah, I think we all talk to ourselves a little bit, huh? Okay, so now I want a scrap piece of basic white, and you see that's definitely a scrap, and a scrap piece of real red. And I'm going to stamp Christmas cheer. Right here. Just right there. Okay. Now I'm going to close my ink and get my paper stamps. These are my ribbon ones. See the ribbon tied on there? Okay, and I'm just going to fussy cut this out, but no fussiness to it. I'm just cutting it, and I'm not stressing about how straight it is. This is a good way, especially if you beginning stampers out there, if you're just getting into card making and you don't have all the bells and whistles yet, and you're slowly collecting them, but you want to do some different types of sentiments other than just stamping on the white, you can do this and just cut it out. And now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it on here. And I'm going to come about a 1/8 of an inch from the edge. You don't have to measure it. Just get you a border. You're wanting a border around this white, okay? And so I'm going to put that there. Okay, and then let's come this way. All right, and then cut across. See there? Okay, just scissors and paper. And let's see, I think I just glued that on. So let me go ahead and apply my glue. And when you're using an embossed piece, I like using the liquid glue because it gets in the grooves, okay? Okay. So hang with me. I'm going to show you an alternative with a designer paper because, you know, I'm not bothered by this piece sticking below that, but somebody else might be. Okay, so I thought about that, but I also want to tell you why it's cut that way. So let me clear that. Y'all like that card? I want you to try it. And if you try it and make a standing box card like this on Facebook, request to be a member of my Ink and Inspiration Stampers group, and I can post cards there. Okay, I just ask that you don't watermark your stuff and put links and all that. Okay, but yeah, I'd love to see all the different kinds, and I'm going to show you some more cards in a minute. But let's get this. Okay, here was my sample. Okay, now I don't know that I'm going to put it all together. Just want to show you. If you want to, you could cut your designer paper 4 by 5 1/4 and put that in here. You see how it fits right there by the fold? And then when this comes up like this, okay, the paper goes, let me take this off so you can see. You know what I'm talking about. The paper goes all the way down. Okay, all the way down to the fold. If you like that look better. You don't have to. I like the 4 by 4, and let me tell you why. 4 by 4, thank you. 4 by 4 is an easy cut. And, okay, here's my 12 by 12 sheet of designer paper, right? Okay. So 4 by 4, 4, 4, and then you turn it, you cut, and then 4, 4 inches. I'm saying that because it's, 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12 inches, okay? That gives you 9 pieces of 4 by 4 out of one sheet of designer paper when you cut it 4 by 4. So if I cut them all 5 1/4, 5 1/4, okay, you're going to get 6. So if you're making a stack of cards and you're wanting your designer paper to go farther, try a smaller cut. Try that easy, here it is. No, that's not it. 4 by 4 cut, like we did here, okay? Now, if you want to do it a little differently, you could also cut it 4 by 3 1/4, okay? And you would get 9 out of this as well with a little extra, and that would fit here. Let me turn this over, it shows that better. It's 4 by 3 1/4. It's just a different cut. And then when you bring your box up, it's on top of the box, okay? And on the inside here, you just have the red cardstock showing. So that's 3 options: 4 by 4, 4 by 3 1/4, okay? Or the 4 by 5 1/4 to put completely. It doesn't matter. It's just, I know when you're making Christmas cards, if you're trying to make them all the same, and you think, oh, I only have 2 sheets of this paper and I need as much as I can get out of it, you want to cut that smaller cut, okay? Because it's just as cute like this. It's just got a little border there underneath the little folded tab. Are y'all following what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Okay. So don't need to put that one together. So let me show you some more cards I made with this. Okay, here's another one. Now this is Poppy Parade, and this paper is the host paper that's in the mini catalog. Have y'all seen that? It's called Celebrate Everything. And it's like if you have an order of $150 or more, you can choose this paper. It is cool. It is like so many different, well, I don't even know where my pack is. It's probably repacked, but it's got Christmas. It's got, you could use it for birthday. You could just all different occasions. Okay. And so I used it here. I did my 4x4. See how you can see the little border? And this is from the Celebrate with Tags bundle. Okay. So I just stamped the mitten and put that there. Okay. So, and here's the back with the Merry Christmas. All right. Yeah, it's cute. It's so cute. You know, and those, I love those ornaments, and the colors are beautiful. Look, Pacific Point, shaded spruce, polished pink. Is that crushed curry, granny apple green? So many colors. Okay. All right. There's one. Let's put them all out here when we're doing it here. All right. And then here's another one using Celebrate with Tags. And I use that same paper, and it's got these little die cut candles in the bundle. Okay. This is in the mini catalog, this bundle here. Okay. See, it has all these occasions. And then the back, I used another candle, and I used that glimmer paper and put Let's Celebrate You. Okay. So there's a birthday card. All right. Then I have one more, and it's this one made, and I always want to say Tempting Turquoise because that's what it reminds me of. Tahitian Tide, one of our in colors. Okay. And I used this set, Nature's Prints, and made a monochromatic card. And you see how I did this? It's just stamps, ink, and paper, and then the little twine, okay, the in color twine. And so I just stamped this leafy image, this eucalyptus or whatever that is, 3 times. I stamped off here, it's a little lighter, stamped the sentiment right on that white piece that's in the front, okay? Where remember on this one I used the embossing folder. This one is just, everything is just stamped on that basic white piece. So it makes a simple put together, but great card, okay? And just, it mails so easily like that, and just a lot of fun. So let me get back on here. So who's going to try this standing box fold card? I don't know what it's called. That's what I'm calling it. It is so cute. It's fun to receive. It's easy to display for the recipient, okay? And it's just fun. Don't you know kids would love it? I think so. I think so. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments here. And I thank you for all for being here. And I really want you to give this a try. And like I said, Ink and Inspiration Stampers on Facebook, you have to request membership, okay, and answer a couple of questions. And that's just to keep the, you know, riffraff out, okay? So, love the fun demo. Oh, thank you, Pam. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I want to see your cards when it's done, okay? So anyway, give it a try and see how fun it is. And remember about the adhesive. Remember this tip, that adhesive and the fold down on there, and that's how you adhere it, okay? All right. Okay. I'm going to try to post these on my blog. I'm not sure when I'll get them up there, but I'll let you know. Okay. I'll link it in Facebook and probably under the description, in the description on YouTube. Okay. All right. Y'all have a great day, a great weekend. And I hope to tune in next week from Fort Worth for a little bit. I'm mainly going to have my kits with me, and I'm hoping maybe one of my granddaughters will go live with me, and we'll work on some of the kits. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And be sure you sign up for my mailing list. Go to my blog, inkinspirations.com, sign up, and I'll see you again next time. Okay. Have a great day. Bye bye.